Trucks has begun!
And welcome to the Palm Trees and Pickup Trucks podcast. I'm Shabazz.
I'm Heather. This is Martin.
And you're in our home now. So sit back and relax. And we're going to do something a little bit different today because I really like to be funny and like do stuff that is entertaining, like games and stuff like that. Most of the stuff that you see on YouTube and TikTok and all that good stuff, people playing games, because we both watched that kind of stuff.
For sure.
But I think the whole purpose of this not the whole purpose, but the intrigue of doing a podcast for Heather was like talking and doing conversations that we normally have outside of podcasting, and no one else hears, and like we'll have a conversation or something will come up in conversation. She's like, "This is why we should do a podcast because this is so good."
Saying it for sometimes it's these weird conversations.
Sometimes it's really funny. Sometimes it's just deep and meaningful. But honestly, the deep and meaningful ones come from a weird place in a weird state of mind that sometimes am in. Yeah. So I'm not really good at just making conversation or talking to people, which I've talked about that for a long time, and I've made TikToks about it. Like one of my biggest, like in what is it called? Insecurity is that I have trouble talking to people, and like I'm not saying that I have this, even though a lot of people do, and I always feel weird saying it because like the way that people are, the way that our society is like if you don't go to a doctor and get diagnosed, you don't have it. So I don't like to say. A lot of people are like, oh, it's my autism. That's the kind of autism, the flavor of autism that I have. Like I don't know if I have autism, but there's a lot of quirks and stuff that I have that seem to fit in that category of like the whole ADHD autism thing. But one of them is like I cannot talk to people. Like I can, but it's like a pretend thing. Like I'm a character when I do it. It's a whole story, and we can talk about that on another episode. I'd like to do maybe 2 episodes a week, like one on the weekend. And that can be like the ones that are like the ones we've been doing, and then we can have like a mini one during the week or something.
A little conversation. Just
talk and stuff.
That'd be dope. Yeah, I like that.
So if anyone's watching this and you've used to watching the stuff that we've been doing before, this may not be the kind of thing you want to do. Sure. We'll try to like we're figuring this out along the way.
Yeah,
so we'll try to like make a playlist or something for the 2 different kinds of videos that we're doing, and maybe one day that'll branch off into more videos and different playlists. Yep. There's all kinds of different stuff that we like to do.
It's been a lot of like, especially here recently, we've done this now for almost 12 weeks, almost 3 months straight.
This is our 12th episode. And that's another reason
I wanted 3 months every single week. It becomes very hard to come up with things to discuss. Like in a natural world, you and I just start random conversations off of random things that have happened or that pop up in our heads. But it's really hard to do when you have a camera sitting in front of you and you're like, 100%. Okay, and go. So it is hard to do. So having a little, side quest type of episode per se, while we kind of figure this all out, because we've just been trying new things each week, trying to come up with new ideas, seeing what catches, seeing what draws attention. So it's all just kind of a melting pot of things right now.
And so far, the theme of most of these podcasts are you have no idea what we're doing going into it.
For sure.
Because it wasn't even supposed to be what we're recording.
Few weeks, yeah.
Like Heather just found out 4 minutes and 26 seconds ago that we're not doing the thing that we were going to do.
I think I just figured it out right now.
The 4 minutes and whenever we started this.
Yeah,
and you're probably like, what are you talking about?
No, honestly, just now.
You're just not realizing that we're not doing that.
No, I'm very confused.
Oh, okay. So...
I thought we were just having a little intro conversation.
Yeah. Nope.
I'm just here.
So I have more of a character building conversation kind of starter questions. I'm interviewing you.
Oh, that's cool.
So that the audience can get to know you in episode 11.
I like that.
12. So next weekend we're going to Knoxville Fanboy Expo.
This weekend.
Knoxville Fanboy Expo, and we're going to try to do a little something different to where like we take it on the road a little bit, and we're going to we're going to go and film a bunch of the fanboy, and we're going to try to edit it more like a podcast kind of deal. And I don't know, just see what comes of it. I look forward to that.
Yeah.
It'll be the most ambitious episode we have done yet. Yep. Stay tuned.
Worst case, we just have some fun memories that Maybe turn into something cool.
Yeah. And then the episode after that, we're gonna try something different, kind of the same with what we've been doing, but we're gonna use some Chat GPT as a kind of a moderator, like host kind of thing. If you've ever watched Good Mythical Morning, you know who Stevie is, and that's kind of what the vibe is that I'm trying to go for. Anyway, so today, and this came out kind of blurry on here, so there's just questions that I could ask you to get to know you a little bit better. Not me, I don't need to know you any better. I know you too well.
Do I get to
a
turn
little
it
too
around
rough.
and ask you the questions?
If you want to. I mean,
do.
Listen, again, one of my things is I like to talk about myself when I do talk.
Right.
So there's every question on here. As soon as you say an answer, I'm like, let me talk, let me answer, let me say my thing. Let me say my thing.
Right.
That's part of like me trying to become better at communication. Is like I don't like looking at people whenever I talk.
Same. I look all over the place.
But I know that I don't look at people when I talk. So I try to look at people when I talk. And I'm like, am I making this person feel uncomfortable by looking them straight in the face?
You have no idea how many times I have sat there talking to somebody, and I will often just look around the room, and I'll look in corners, and I'll look at the walls, and I'll just look around, and like, God, they probably are like, what is this girl looking at? Like, she's looking at everything but me. But same, like, I have a hard time looking at people when I talk to them. If I do, it's brief moments, and then I'll look away.
I stare. Because I know that's what you're supposed to do, so I stare. It's like, this is what I'm supposed to do.
I always heard when I was little, at some point in time, maybe a teenager, I always heard just look right in between their eyes or look at their nose. And that way it looks like you're looking at them in the eye, but you're not really.
Yeah. I usually ask a question, then I start I bounce back into my head, and I'm like thinking about something as they're talking. And I'm like, oh God, I'm looking at one eye really hard. Should I look at the other one? Oh God, did they know that I just moved my eye to the other eye? I'll look at their nose. I'll look at their forehead. I'll look at their mouth. This is why I wear sunglasses in the gym.
Yeah.
People, listen, I wear sunglasses in the gym. I've been to the gym for 11 years. The only time I haven't worn sunglasses while I'm working out in the gym, or pretty much anywhere inside. Like I wear sunglasses inside. Whenever I'm talking to someone, like I don't know where to put my eyes, and it just makes it easier to have a conversation. I try to do it for the people listening. I try to do it for you.
It's like a little security blanket kind of deal. Just makes you more comfortable because it's one less thing you have to worry about.
Yeah.
I like that.
So here's some questions and it broke it down into like ages kind of bracket, teenager to teenage years, personality, relationships. So memories of like, there's certain like I have like my life what's the word? Categorized in my head, but not categorized. What is it called?
Compartmentalized.
That's the word I was looking for.
That's a hard one.
Also hard. Words are hard.
Yeah.
Also, but I have like my timeline of life that I play through in my head like a movie sometimes. Like, yeah. Even though I don't remember high school very well, I don't remember conversations I had, I don't remember talking to people, I remember things that happen, and like it like is stored in my brain at like certain timelines. Right. If that makes any sense.
I think so.
Like my musical journey.
Right.
Like I can tell you like what kinds of bands I was listening to and what happened for me to like branch out and start listening to other bands. Do you do that?
No. Maybe. I feel like when I think back on like memories of life, I feel like, you know, in the movies when they're doing like a montage video, I feel like it's kind of like that. And now if I pull that picture out of that montage, now I can talk about a story that's related to that time frame or like that situation or whatever. But I don't have my like, it's not like chapters. It's just like little flips, little blurbs that I can expand on once they're
like
selected.
I feel like I like to tell the story of like certain things that happen so that I can continue to remember them. So sometimes if I haven't talked about something in a while, I'll just like talk to myself in a car or somewhere about something, or go back and like think about through things. Right.
And I don't know. So, and I don't know if that's just my brain or if I don't know it's the fact that I went through trauma at 8 years old, losing my dad the way I lost my dad. And that can affect your brain. Like, I think that I have a lot more memories of being a much younger kid than most people do. Because when my dad passed, I suctioned in those memories and held on to those. So I don't know if that's part of why I remember things the way I remember it.
Interesting.
I don't know.
It's like, you just assume that the way you think is how most people think. Like the thing that came out like a few years ago about like some people don't have inner monologues.
That's wild.
And I can't imagine like not talking to myself. And like some people like like, do you hear, and I think actually, I'm not going to say who, but like someone was asked, do you sometimes hear other people talking in your head? Mm-hmm. And they said, yes. And I was like, you hear other people talking in your head? Like, whenever I hear, like, voices in my head, it's my own voice.
My own all the time,
just the inner monologue talking. I don't hear other people's voice.
I am capable of hearing other people's voices if I think about it.
I can hear Morgan Freeman in my head if I wanted to. Right. If Morgan Freeman was telling me how to do the dishes, then I could do that. But
no, I think it's my own for sure.
Yeah. So the first thing on here is and this is literally the first thing in your life, is your first memory. Do you have, like, the first memory? And, like, what's weird is, like, I definitely have a first memory, but it's because and I also saw somewhere where, like, people don't actually remember the things that they remember. It's them recalling the memory that they remember. Right. So, like, I've told the story so many times, and I have, like, a certain image in my head that every time I talk about it, I remember that kind of image. So I know the earliest thing that I remember that I can recall, not necessarily my oldest memory.
I don't know if this is my earliest memory, but it's the earliest one I can think of right now. And I don't know how old I was. I was under the age of 8.
Okay.
So my dad was a musician, had a band, was the lead singer in a band, right? And so he did shows all the time. And
whenever I think of your dad, I think I've told you this before, but whenever I think of your dad, I always picture Dog the Bounty Hunter.
I can see that.
Go ahead, sorry.
I always think of the lead singer of The Doors. Well, I think of my dad.
Oh, wow, Jim Morrison?
Yeah, but there's that one album they have that's just his head with his big curly hair. I always thought that looked like my dad.
Okay.
I remember he had him and his band had a show, and I can't remember who was with me. It might have been Samantha. It was probably Samantha, to be honest. Hi, Samantha. Love you. It was at, like, an old ghost town kind of place. It looked like an old Western ghost town. Mm-hmm. And they had the stage was, like, at the front of the ghost town. And then there's all these little, like, buildings that they, like, little mock ghost town buildings that they put up, like, in this little area. And they had a show up there. And I remember me and her at the front of the stage, right at the stage while they were practicing. And just, like, this up on the stage watching our dads play. I remember, like, running around the little ghost town and stuff like that. I also remember I do have...
How old did you say you were?
I was under 8. I was probably
you had to have
6
been
or
under
7. 8. I would say. My mom could tell us more. Mom, in the comments, how old was I? You remember that. I've talked to you about it.
She doesn't know how to use comments.
She's doing better. They also played at a place called La Vida, which was an old biker bar restaurant. And that was right where Samantha actually grew up until she moved to the East Coast. But they played there a lot. And I remember Samantha and I running around because there was a stream right outside of it. We'd go run around and play in the stream and, like, run all over the place and talk to all the bikers and sit outside and watch our dads play.
If there's any young people that are listening, a stream is like a little body of water that flows, not like Netflix.
Not like no. Netflix was not out.
Not Twitch. You're not that kind of streaming.
No, but I definitely have a lot of memories of that kind of stuff.
Okay. My earliest memory, and I'm pretty sure it was in my head, I've always been 5 years old. Mm-hmm. And my cousin Whitney had a birthday party at McDonald's, and I was there, and it was like all her little friends, and, like, maybe, like, her mom and my mom, but mostly, like, her family on her dad's side. So it was, like, a lot of her friends from maybe cousins or something. I don't remember. Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't know if it would be friends because I was 5 and she's 2 years younger than me, so I don't think she'd be in school. Yeah. But that was, like, if anyone ever asked me what my earliest memory was, that's what I always recall.
That's cool.
But I could recall almost, like, all of, like, school.
I'm sure if I really thought about it, I probably could come up with some other, but I just right off the top of my head, that's a standout ones for me.
I'll let you talk a while about that one, but some of these I'll try to wrap up a little bit faster. What kind of kid were you in elementary school?
Oh, that's...
What do you consider elementary school?
So elementary school for me was K through 6th.
Jeez.
But I didn't go to kindergarten.
Oh, yeah.
So it was just 1st grade through 6th grade was our kindergarten or our elementary school. I feel like at that time I was a very lost child because I lost my dad when I was in 3rd grade.
That's a good point.
So...
What kind of kid would you have been, I guess?
I mean, I feel like I was a very angry kid, but I tried to fit in. I didn't. I didn't feel like I felt like I fit in because nobody went through what I went through. So I don't know. I was just trying to figure myself out. I would follow my friends around a lot and try to just kind of be normal like them, or it seemed like them. I think a lot of ways too, just like a normal kid trying to figure out, like I'm just little and I'm trying to figure out life and who I am. But I've asked my mom before and she said that I was kind of an angry kid. I'm still, I'm 40
Still
now,
an
I'm
angry
still
kid.
angry, and it all sparked from that. But I feel like I was a pretty, like, a goofy, but kind of awkward, shut off kind of kid.
What was the biggest thing you were afraid of growing up? And we'll still say like early
Like, do you
years,
mean of
like,
just in those moments or like in life?
No, just moments. Like, you're afraid of spot. Like, were you like grow? It says grow. I don't know. However you want to take it.
So I feel like if you want to go off the like the typical like, what are you afraid of?
Dark
Stuff. I don't think I was ever afraid of the dark.
Are you afraid of the dark?
No, I don't
What?
think so.
Bro,
My mom would
that just
watch
sounds
that
so
show
scary.
about aliens. What was that show that always talked
Unsolved
about?
Mysteries?
Yes, I hated that.
Freaked
It
me out,
always
but I
scared
loved
the
it.
hell out of me.
Intrigued the hell
My
out
mom
of
would
me.
watch that, and I'd come watch it for a second. Then I'd just like get the heebie-jeebies, and I'd have to like run away.
I would watch. So whenever I was young, back to me. Whenever I was young, I was by myself a lot. I felt like my great grandparents raised me. My mom was out partying all the time. And that could be completely wrong about that. I know she definitely did some, but I don't know if it was all the time. But I felt like it was mostly me and my granny and my papaw, sometimes my cousins. But I felt like I was like, I don't even know when it was in my life, but I was like alone. So I'd watch TV late at night by myself. So I'm like a little kid, elementary school.
Right.
Elementary school. I don't know why I said elementary. How do you say it?
Elementary.
Elementary. You said it weird a second ago.
Elementary.
We'll have to go back and watch it.
I don't know. It's just how it comes out of my mouth.
Let me start this conversation over. This part. When I was in elementary school, I would stay up real late at night and I would watch TV and I'd watch Sci-Fi Network and stuff like that.
Is that what you
But
sound like when you were in elementary school?
I don't know. I don't know what I used to sound like because there's no video of me when I was a
Right.
kid, so I couldn't tell you.
Right.
Like the earliest like memory of me being on a video was, well, other than the ones that my mom sent me when I was the real little kid, and man, it was like seeing a ghost whenever I saw me that little on a
Yeah.
video moving around. But I remember watching.
Oh, it's weird.
I used to have a VHS of me over at my aunt's house, and there was also one of me over at my grandpa's house on like Easter or something. I was in like 8th grade, 7th grade or
I
something.
feel like there was some that she sent
And-
like a few years ago or something like that. There were some old videos like
maybe
that.
pictures or something. My mom sent me some in like text message, but that was it.
Yeah.
But I watched these videos of me over at my grandpa's and me over at my aunt's house, and I remember watching those, and I was like, "Do I sound like that? I sound so country,
You were country.
so country." Like I was like, I don't even know what I would sound like now. Like the voice that I put on is just like. I don't even know what it is.
Yeah.
It's just country. Like I just turn it on. Like I know what country people sound like, and it's easy. It's like a British person trying to speak American. They usually go Southern, and that's just whenever I
But that's also
whenever I
what
try
you
to
grew
speak.
up around too, so it's very normal for you because that's
I guess it's
how
just
you heard
ingrained in
things
my
being
brain.
pronounced
Like,
for so long.
but I don't know if it's my voice or
Right.
just my surroundings voice.
Right.
So I don't even know. But when I was little, I would watch Unsolved Mysteries like by myself
No, that's
with
so
no one around
scary.
at night, and it would just like it would creep me out. But I loved being scared. I
Yeah.
loved being creeped out. So like I remember in that same house there was windows and like kind of like sheer sheen curtains or
Mm-hmm.
something, not like this, they're real thin, and there was like an overhead light like post outside so you could see outside, and I used to always imagine someone walking across those windows.
that
It would
now.
freak me out so bad. Like I don't like open
know.
windows at night.
the alien things always got me. You know what's so funny is because I hate spiders.
That boat at the beginning of Unsolved Mysteries, and
I don't remember that. I don't remember
the like the
even just the actual
music
like
and little
the
kids
people telling
laughing.
their story of like, oh, this is what I saw and this is what happened. I'm like, oh
Yeah, ghost
they're
stories
gonna
late at
come get
night.
me.
Ghost stories late
Ghost
at night
stories
always
didn't
scared
bother me as much.
You're crazy.
Because you have to remember, my dad was very into like the Native American side of our heritage,
okay.
and they always were very spiritual and
Okay.
believed in kind of that kind of stuff. Like
We were super Christian. We shouldn't be believing ghosts, I don't think.
But I always kind of
no
like
idea.
I always
I don't remember.
spirits to me were never a scary thing. Aliens though, those were scary. I wasn't afraid of spiders when I was a
Aliens and
kid.
serial killers?
My mom said one time not long ago that I used to pick up daddy long legs and stuff, and that's disgusting. What's wrong with me?
Told you, phobias aren't. You're not inherently a phobic of something.
But I think beyond that,
You
again,
make it a thing.
I went through a very traumatic thing with my dad when I was 8 years old. So beyond that, it was like losing my mom or will they come get us too
yeah,
kind
I
of
lost
thing.
my dad. What if I lose my mom?
Because
too?
and
Yeah.
the thing is with my
I wasn't
dad,
afraid of
like
losing
my dad's
anybody.
life was taken. We didn't know by who or why. So it was like, well, what if they come get us? So it was those were the kinds of things I had to deal with at a very young age.
Yeah, I guess I was afraid of dying, but it was because of,
for sure.
because of church.
Yes,
I
yep.
still remember being in church with
For
and
sure.
my papa was like he like did like I don't know what he did, like maintenance or something up at a church that was like right above the house from where I grew up in. And he would just walk to church every Sunday. And I never wanted to go to church. My granny didn't go, but every once in a while she would. My mom, I don't think ever did. But I remember one time, I think me and my papa and my little cousin, Whitney, I think we went to that church. And I was just like being a kid.
The one where they're buried at now?
Yeah. I was like being a kid, blah, 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 blah. I'm a kid, I'm listening. And then all of a sudden, like I just like started paying attention to the preacher guy. And he was like, one day we're all gonna die. And of course, talking about going to heaven, I'm sure, or where do you want to end up? And when he said that, I was like, I was scared to death, started crying, and I asked my papa to take us back home.
When I started going to church, point on, I was older though. I was in middle school, I believe, when I started going to church, into high school.
That is wild. That should be a whole episode, but I fear that episode.
But I remember, like, after that, people talk about the end of times and stuff, and I would start to, like, have panic attacks. I'm like, we need to change the subject. This is scary.
What TV show basically raised you?
Power Rangers.
Power Rangers. Like, yeah. Okay, that was pretty much all of it. Teenage years, what was your biggest phase? Emo, athletic, theater, etc.
So,
like, not out of those three. Those are
I feel like as a teenager, I always tried to be like, I don't know, normal, I guess. Like, I tried to fit in. Like, I feel like Did
you have any? See,
no.
Most people think that the phase, anytime someone thought that what we were into was a phase, is me now. I became this after high school. If anything, or near the end of high school, same. If anything, the phase was me trying to be normal.
Yeah, I would try to fit in. My group of friends was not like super popular, but we weren't like super unpopular. I also grew up in a small town. I don't know. That was just my recollection of it. So it's like I tried to fit into that. Like the cool kids, but not like too cool. I
wanted to be a cool kid, but I never tried to fit in. But like the cool kids, whenever I was in like early middle school, like they wore like Abercrombie and American Eagle, which and in high school too, that's kind of what people wore. But I was always I was too poor to wear any of that stuff. So all of my stuff were like either hand-me-downs or like stuff from Walmart. And I remember I had this one sweater that looked so preppy, and I loved it because I felt like that was something that one of those cool kids would wear.
My mix of friends were all very different styles and tastes, and
all my friends were poor. But we hung out with poor.
I don't know.
That was my clique. Were poor kids.
Yeah.
Poor nerds.
I don't know. That's hard. I don't think that I had any specific phase per se. Mom, comments, elaborate, because I don't know. My recollection. No. I don't know.
Nothing.
Just myself.
Did you ever do sports?
Yeah.
What'd you do? What kind of sports did you do?
So I played baseball for a couple years in an all boys baseball league.
Not all boys.
I was the only girl.
I had no idea until now that she was a boy.
I told you that before. There's the pictures of it on my parents' wall in their little hallway.
I didn't know it was all boys.
All boys. Yeah. I don't remember how that came about.
Mine was also all boys.
I was able to get into that or what that took.
Did they have to stop saying all boys?
I don't know that we ever.
What does your son play? Oh, he plays little league. It's an all boys league. Well, it used to be an all boys league until they let that one girl play.
Yeah, and I wasn't very good.
Oh God, that's even worse.
I couldn't hit for anything. I was awful at batting. Now I could throw and I could catch, but I could not
that's so
hit.
Embarrassing. Like I would hate to be like
I apparently
the parent
ran
of the
real
one girl that's
crazy
playing and sucks.
Listen, I got out there and I gave it my all. Like I tried and I was in there with the boys.
But what do you think? But the parents were like, she needs to stick to cheerleading.
Probably. And
you were like little giants.
I was like 10.
But not good.
So it's not, yeah. I was like 10, so that's not really, they can suck it. And then I played softball, and that was fun. I did that for a year. And I was going to play softball in high school, but then I just was too lazy, and I was like, I don't want to do all that. There's so much traveling and practicing and this, and I don't want to do all that.
I never made, so I played baseball when I was real little. Team. I just couldn't make it past like practice. I played on the football team a couple of times. I played on the basketball team a couple of times throughout the years. Made it like 2 weeks maybe into practice, and I was like, nah. I remember one time I quit because I was playing WWF Attitude.
Oh, that's fair.
I remember my mom we went to Walmart or Target or Hills or something like that. Do you have Hills in California?
I mean, real ones.
Oh, we definitely have Hills
But
here
not
too. There was a store
store.
called Hills,
No.
and it always smelled like popcorn when you walk in. It was so good. They had slushies or ices, one of the two. In what universe is an icy a slushie or a slushie and icy? Whatever Sheldon says.
Yeah.
Interesting. So I'm going off course here.
Yeah.
But I remember we went to the store. And my mom bought me WWF Attitude. I think it had like Kane and X-Pac on the front or something. I remember it was red.
1, 2, 3 kid.
And no, it was X-Pac, so it was WWF.
but still the
So
same
I went to practice, and they did this drill that I think a lot of like people are like, why do they still do this drill? It's super dangerous. But so I think all we had was like shoulder pads and a helmet maybe. And two kids would lay down on the ground on their back, and their helmets would be touching. Does that make sense? So like I was laying this way, one dude was laying this way. The coach would throw a ball to one of you, and you'd have to jump up and try to get by the other person. And the other person would have to try to tackle the person that they threw the ball to. Do you understand what I'm saying?
So, yeah.
So I am tall at this point. This is like 8th grade, 7th or 8th grade. I'm pretty tall. No, I was thrown the ball. The person they put me up against was the best player on the team. His name was Gary Radford. I still remember his name because he was like the most popular kid in my school, but he was also the most athletic and the best at every sport.
Right.
They put me up against him. I was not good. I was not. I think I was always too afraid to be good because
Right.
once I got out of school, like I was very good at football,
Right.
very good at basketball.
Right.
Like if we like play, like if I'd go out and play, like I'm pretty good.
Yeah.
But in school, I was too afraid to play. I
Yeah.
think too scared. But he tackled the hell out of me. The hell out. He tackled the want out of me.
Yeah.
The want to continue to play.
To live.
The want to live. He tackled the want into wanting to go home and play that video game into me. Because I remember my mom picked me up from practice and I opened the back door and crawled in the back seat. And she was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, I just want to go home." I went home and I played Attitude for the rest of the night.
That was it.
And the next day when it came to practice, I was like, "I'm playing this video game. I'm not going back."
Home.
So that was
No.
the end of my Daniel Boone middle school
Like I told you the
football
story the
days.
other day, like I was hitting the side of the hand by a ball that got
Maybe.
a foul ball, hit me right in the side of the hand.
If you think
while
you
I
did,
was
you probably did.
practicing. No, I swear to you, I did. And
Sure.
my hand swelled up so much and it hurt so bad. And so I sat out I think one little round and then I was like, nope, put me in, coach. Get back out there.
No.
Well, I
I'll be
mean,
like,
listen. So my childhood best friend, his name was Cameron. He lived down the street from me. We grew
had a
up
friend named Cameron.
together.
Different Cameron.
And he was on
Shout
my
out Cameron.
baseball team one year. And my parents always joke and laugh because there was some games where he'd be in the outfield just throwing his glove up in the air and catching it. And they're like, "What are you doing?"
what position did you play?
I was outfield. I was always right or center field.
Right field. That's a position Carm played too.
Yeah, I was always right or center field. And then one year, I think it was the second year I played, my coach tried to get me to come play shortstop because of how well I threw. And he was like, if you can get the ball, like he knew I could get it to the base super fast. And I tried. I was like, this is scary. I don't like it. Put me back in the outfield. I don't want to be in
that's the
here.
position I played.
This is stressful and I don't like
played
it.
shortstop and first base.
Yeah,
I was
like,
pitcher
this is way too much pressure.
whenever there was a pitching machine. But when they took out the
no.
pitching machine, they said,
No.
"Why don't you try something else?"
He wanted me in field because I could throw so good.
So well.
Shut up. And I tried it and I was not a fan. So back to the outfield I went. Which worked because I could still get the ball in. I couldn't hit it for crap, but I could catch it and I could throw it.
What did you don't have to answer this. Like I wouldn't have, I can't even fathom, I guess. What did you think your life would be at 30 when you were a teenager?
Oh, much different.
Like I didn't have a clue.
I figured
Didn't
literally.
care. I was like, it'll happen when it happens.
As a kid of the 90s, we grew up with still in those old fashioned kind of times of like the cute little house with the fence and the kids and the dog and
Never
the
wanted
family and the that was always what I pictured, was just like the stereotypical story.
You just assume that's what would happen because that's what everyone says.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never thought I would have a girlfriend. Definitely never thought I'd have kids. I guess thought I'd just play video games the rest of my life.
I mean, you have
Now
all
I'd
that now.
play video games for the rest of my life with a girlfriend and kids.
Yeah. Perfect.
What was your most embarrassing high school moment? Oh my God, I have so many. Those are the memories I have the most, are the ones that like embarrass the crap out of me.
Most embarrassing. I don't like. There's one thing I can think of that probably was supposed to be embarrassing, but I was just kind of like, oh well. So I was in choir, and I auditioned to do a solo, and so I
Solo.
Solo. And so I did,
love you, Solo.
Oh my God. And I did Proud to Be an American.
Proud to be.
Yep.
Gotcha.
That one. And so I get up there and I'm ready to go. And I started singing the second verse instead of the start of the song.
Oh,
and I got a couple sentences. I was like, hold on. Nope. Restart. And so they restarted the song for me. And I had some friends in the audience that were just like, yeah, you got this. Like, and I was just like, this is probably supposed to be super embarrassing, but like, whatever.
Man.
Like, I made a simple little mistake. Go back. I'll redo it and it'll be okay.
Yeah. I don't have an embarrassing. So with that being said, I had the most embarrassing moment of my life probably in school. And this isn't high school. This is middle school, I'm pretty sure. So I tend to phase out, lose phase. What's it called? Frozone.
What? Space out?
Space out, but not for space out.
Like
Zone out.
Zone out.
So I tend to zone out.
Frozone.
Especially, and this is what I think a lot of the reason.
Sitting on down there. Oh,
I think a lot of the reason that I didn't do well in school is I zone out a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I zoned out in baseball. This isn't the most embarrassing moment, but it's an example of how it happens. I remember 3 times specifically when I zoned out. I was on second base. We weren't allowed to lead off. I was on second base, getting ready to go to third. My teammate hit the ball. I was zoned out. Didn't realize he hit the ball. I was just standing there staring.
No.
Until like I heard something. I was like, huh? And it was the third base coach saying, run! And I was like, oh! And I started running. Way too late. I'm trucking. They throw it to third to get me out. I slide. I'm like 3 feet short. They tag me and I'm out.
The first time I ever slid into a base, I put the wrong foot forward.
I was so out. Oh my God.
Yep.
Let's see. Oh my God. What are we talking about? For embarrassing moments? Oh no, when I zone out. And another time that I zoned out is, and I still remember the girl too. This is all I remember about her, but she was like a grade or 2 above me, and she was on the bus looking out the window. And all I remember hearing when I snapped back to is, take a picture, it'll last longer. Someone in real life told me that, and I was like, what? And I wouldn't even look back. I was like, I wasn't trying to stare. I was just completely out of it, just staring in this person's direction, which I still do that, but that's the only time. And maybe this is why I wear sunglasses.
Maybe.
The third time, and this is my most embarrassing moment, was I was in reading class. And I was zoned out. The teacher called on me to read a definition. I don't know if you had this or if you remember this, but in the back of the book, there was definitions of stuff that happens and the stuff that you can look up. So they were like, read the definition. I was like, what? Oh, huh? And they were like, read the definition of blah, blah, whatever word. So I turned to the back of the book real quick and started reading. Kept on reading. Read for a longer than I'd like to admit. And then I realized I was reading the Spanish definition.
Oh. No.
I got so hot.
Oh, no.
My ears started ringing. My vision started to blur. I was about to pass out. And I said, I don't know.
That's funny.
I said, I don't know. I just refused to do anything. I was froze. I was a statue. I was just like...
Oh no!
I think I don't remember what happened after that. I don't think anything happened to me. I think she realized what I was doing and just like either called on someone else or just read it herself. I don't remember, but I didn't die. So
I don't remember having really any embarrassing. I'm sure embarrassing things happened to me in high school.
Terrible.
Like I feel like that happens to everybody, but I don't remember any of them. Wasn't too embarrassing. I also didn't get embarrassed easily because I had the kind of parents that liked to purposely embarrass me. So I had
my dad, I remember my dad, we went to Toys R Us and my dad's girlfriend's son was playing a video game. and I like met my dad there or something. Or I think me and my dad went to Toys R Us, and he knew that like his girlfriend and her son was there. So we were like walking around looking for them, and he saw him. Did you just zone out?
I don't think so.
you're like looking in there or something. So he was playing a video game, and we were walking up to him, and my dad was like, go up there and say, hey, scoot over or something. I was like, no. And he was like, yeah, do it. I was like, no. And he started pushing me towards him, like into him. And I was like, Nick, look out. I was like, dude, you can't do that to me. Scarred me for life.
I was boy crazy growing up.
Me too. What are we talking about?
Mm-hmm. And so every year I told you, like at the end of school, we'd have a huge family reunion kind of thing at the river in Laughlin.
Oh, okay.
And it would be Terry's side of the family, which there's...
Oh, okay. I was like, you're crazy at a family reunion? This isn't going to end well.
No,
I can see why you'd be embarrassed.
So we would all get together at the river, take the boats, the jet skis, and we just go and have fun. Mm-hmm. And I'm there one year, and there was this boy that me and my friend that was with me thought was cute. And Terry and his... I think it'd be like his cousin... His cousin? Shane. I think it's a cousin. Anyway, they saw him riding around on a jet ski. Mm-hmm. They were screaming at him. I think they were calling him Mr. Handsome, if I remember correctly.
Mr. Handsome!
Waving him in. Screaming at him, got his attention, waving their arms, called him in, and were like, they think you're cute. Will you take a picture with them?
Oh, my God.
I was like, oh, my God. But we did. We took a picture with him. I probably still have it somewhere in one of those boxes in our shed. Because I used to have...
We're going to have to see Mr. Handsome in a later episode. I used to have
he had frosted hair.
Like frosted tips?
Yeah. In my brain, he reminds me of Protozoa from Xenon. I don't know, it was a long time ago. But I used to keep a little photo album of all the cute boys that I knew or met.
That's
it was
weird.
A problem. I was boy crazy.
If I met 16-year-old Heather, would we have been friends? Would we have gotten along?
I think so. I think so.
Why?
Because I am...
Not as I am now, because...
No.
Would you call Chris Hansen on me?
No. What? No.
If we met now. You don't know what I was like at 16.
I don't, but from what you told me...
So you were just friends with whoever?
Yeah.
At 16?
Yeah, I didn't care. Like, I had all kinds of different kinds of friends. I had theater friends. I had sports friends. I had... Like
I literally wasn't in any groups.
Emo, gothic kid friends. I had just random
16?
Everybody. Yeah.
16 I was getting into, because at 16 I had just met Chris Vitito. Mm-hmm. And he was very Christian. Mm-hmm.
So was I at that time.
Into pop punk. Mm-hmm. So were you into pop punk then? Mm-hmm. Then we probably would have gotten along. I think we would have been fine, yeah. At 16? Yeah. I was already friends with Chris Vitito.
Yeah. I think we would have gotten along just fine from what I know of you from that age.
We like to show our asses a lot and show off. I probably would have done...
I had friends that literally would run around and show their asses at that age, so yeah.
Probably wouldn't have done that, but I probably would have done some dumb stuff to try to get your attention.
Yeah.
If I had to guess.
And I would have paid attention.
Not to me.
Because nobody tried to get my attention, so if you were trying to get my attention, I'd be like, yeah. You want my attention? Here it is.
At 16, not only would we have gotten along, we may have ended up dating.
It's possible, yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah, it's possible.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
we very much.
What's so wild is like at 16, neither one of us were the look or the style or the type of person we are now. Like I didn't have. I mean, I still have black hair. Okay, that's about the time I had black hair, but I didn't have the kind of more edgy personality yet. Like I was still pretty, like, I don't know. Do you
remember that picture of me and Kevin and Chris where I'm wearing the Vols jersey? I showed it to you in my yearbook. Mm-hmm. That was probably me at 16.
Yeah.
I was tall as hell, had bleach blonde curly hair, super goofy.
Listen, yeah.
You would have loved me at 16.
I would have.
God, you would have loved me at 16.
And then we would have advanced and developed into the people that we still are today, and it would have been great.
What's funny is I think that I'm closer to what I am at 16.
You're my high school sweetheart.
Might as well. It's like, how did you do that from California and Tennessee?
The internet, don't worry about it.
AOL.
Yeah.
I don't think I had a computer at that point. I don't remember.
We did.
Probably did, actually. Anyway, so that was that personality. Let's see. What's something people always get wrong about you? Oh, wait. Back to the phases real quick. I did have a phase. I had
It's not a phase, Mom.
a super black metal phase, which kind of carried over into what I am. Like, I still paint my nails. I still wear makeup occasionally. But like, it was strictly black metal. Like, I wanted to, like, if you, oh, don't even look at me, I'm into black metal. I'll sacrifice you with my goats. Like, that's like, I wanted to I didn't sacrifice goats, but I would have. I wanted to. I had the urge.
Right.
Super into like Norwegian black metal. Like, I was in like a black metal phase.
Right.
So I guess that was a phase.
Yeah.
And then I just kind of got into.
Because it's still kind of that way.
It was
still
a phase because I was just
strictly that
black hair.
else,
Like, I wouldn't have black hair now if I had hair. It would just be red, or purple, or something stupid. It wouldn't be black necessarily.
You don't think so?
No. Maybe sometimes.
Yeah.
Probably not. I mean, honestly, I don't think I would have red hair now, but it'd be like that reddish sandy stuff. So I'd probably I'm too old for that. Like, it's too much maintenance. I'm too lazy. What are you looking at?
I'd go have somebody else do it. I don't do it.
I don't do that. I also didn't cut my hair for 7 years because I didn't want to pay for a haircut.
That's fair. That's fair.
Oh, anyway, what's something people get wrong about you? Is there anything that people get wrong about?
Okay. Who I am as a person. They'll think I'm an asshole or I'm fucking.
Are they wrong?
Or I'm a bitch. No.
It's your opinion that they're wrong.
Yeah. I just think that there's a lot of, like, I'm very unfiltered. Kind of like what you were saying earlier. Just that
Do
kind of
people
like.
think you're filtered?
I don't know.
It's a hard question. So, like, I'm too analytical to answer this question.
So earlier you mentioned kind of that, like, autism side kind of thing. Like, that's part of my thing. I'm very unfiltered. I don't know how to think through what I'm going to say before I say it. So I say some off the wall shit. I'm also very, like, I will say what's on my mind. And oftentimes people are like, okay, girl, like, calm down. You're being dramatic. I'm like, no, I'm pissed off and I'm going to say what's on my mind. But then I'm also going to just be fine. I'm going to get over it. I'm going to move on. So I feel like people have underestimated me a lot because I don't feel like I'm very well put together. I'm just a little chaotic.
There you go. That answers the question. I don't know how to answer.
I don't
know how to answer that question, so I'm just not going to. I don't know if people get anything wrong about me.
I'm sure they do.
I think people don't care. See, in my head, people don't care enough about me to even assume things.
I think people just. I've asked everybody thinks I suck. That's what my assumption is.
That you suck. Mm-hmm. I don't think anybody thinks that. Anytime that, like, I've started talking to someone in the gym, and, like, if I can actually muster up the courage to ask, what did you think about me whenever you first met me? They usually don't say anything. I don't think, it's like, it's so weird that I look so, the people who see me and judge me aren't anybody that I talk to now anyway.
Right.
So the people that I actually talk to, they just didn't think anything about me. It was weird. It's like, I feel, at an early age, I felt like I stuck out so much that people usually judged me. That would have been something that people would have thought wrongly about me, is that I was an asshole, which I might have been, but I really wasn't, because obviously I'm a very sweet, goofy guy.
It's true. A little bit of a pain.
But in my old age, I feel pretty invisible. Like, I don't know. I feel like even though I look the way I do, I don't stand out.
The good way. Like, I just feel like people underestimate me and they don't think I'm capable.
This is a weird one. And I never know how to answer this. Like, anytime I hear a video that asks someone asks this question to someone else, it's really weird. I never know how to answer it, but maybe you do, because your brain's different than mine. What's a hill that you die on, that you'll die on? Like, I always see the videos that talk about that.
The hills are better than people.
A hill that okay. Do you think that? I guess some people would disagree with that, but not anybody that has animals. Mm-mm. I don't. Okay, this is your interview, so I don't even have to answer that question.
I feel like there's probably a lot of hills I would die on. I just can't think of them off the top of my head.
Oh, you want to know a hill that I'll die on? Christopher Nolan movies aren't that great. I'm not making a clip out of that.
You can respond in the comments. I
am not making a clip on that, and luckily we're 44 minutes, and there may or may not have gotten to this point. Christopher Nolan movies, and we could do a whole pod. I will not go into detail about this. I don't think that Christopher Nolan movies are that great. I think they're okay, but I don't think they're like the best
Right.
of the best movies that are made, and
Right.
so many people absolutely love Christopher Nolan, and I think he's just an artsy, smartsy, fancy pants, and he makes movies that are okay to watch once or twice in your lifetime.
It's fair.
Anyway, that's a hill that I'll die on. Also, The Dark Knight isn't a good movie, but Joker is the best character in movie history. Heath Ledger's Joker.
Yes,
from that
right.
movie. Movie not good. Heath Ledger, best character to ever come from a movie.
I agree.
Anyway, what's one thing you secretly think you're really good at?
I don't think I'm good at anything.
Secretly good? Is there anything that you're secretly good at?
I'm good at nothing. That's my brain says I'm good at nothing.
No, I think that's a weird. I'm sure there's a lot of narcissistic people that could answer
sure.
that.
Oh, I'm so great at this. I'm so great at that. And there's some people who are just genuinely talented and you'd be like, oh, I'm good at this because they do it all the time and they're good at it and they know they're good at it and that's okay.
I can say that I'm
good
okay at a lot of things, but like I base my goodness on what I've seen other people do
Right.
online now. If I didn't have the internet and all I had to judge on was if you didn't have the internet and you could see how other people play Call of Duty and you play Call of Duty by yourself, you would think you're really good at the game.
I wouldn't think I'm really good. But
If you play by yourself.
Oh, I'd wipe the lobby.
Exactly.
That's true.
But you play in my lobby and you realize you're good sometimes.
I'm decent. I'm not great. I'm decent.
And I'm sure, and I know by watching like people play video games that there are way better people out there. But if I just played by myself online,
Yeah.
perspective, I would think that I was really, really freaking good because they matchmake.
Right.
But without the internet, I wouldn't know that.
That's true.
So I think that I'm really good at video
And I'm
games, but
playing
I
your
know I'm not.
lobbies that are much harder than my lobbies. And I go in there and I have to work real hard. And I get used to doing that. And then I go to my normal lobbies and they're really easy.
Is there anything that you think that you're good at? No one knows that you're good.
No.
Me either.
I genuinely feel like I am one of those people who's like, I'm
You're really
good at a
singing.
lot of things. I'm not great at anything.
Same. I
Like
feel the
that's
same
me.
way.
Like I feel like you say singing. Thank you. I feel like I'm an okay singer. Like I'm decent. I'm okay, but I could never be professional and like record an album. Like I don't have the talent to do that.
But you've never tried. Is the thing.
The thing is that when I just sing by myself with no music playing with me, like no background audio, words, voice to match, I don't think I'm good.
I
But
think
if you play a song and I'm singing to the song, then I can match what they're doing.
yeah, I understand what
well.
you're saying. I think that if you made your own thing, though,
Yeah.
I think it would be different. If you could like just download a program and like just learn how to like put some beats together and some like synth behind it and sing stuff to it, I think you would be really good at it. Because you would like, it's really weird writing a song to a melody that you've never heard the lyrics
For
to.
sure.
You've never heard someone else sing this song. So like you have to listen to the melody and kind of hum, kind of.
I also don't really know
build
where
it in your head.
my vocal range. I don't know where my vocal range is. Because I
know
match. I don't know mine because I match so many other people.
Yeah.
Like I sing with Amy Lee, and I have listened to that song and those songs so much that I can match her.
I know.
Not nearly as well as she does it by
know.
any means. But then I can also go sing like some Falling in Reverse or some My Sign Kills or something, which is a dude singing.
Yeah.
It's much different.
I can scream with Lamb of God.
Right.
But I've found out here recently, and a song that I never thought that I'd be able to sing is that freaking Panic at the Disco song.
Oh, yeah.
I can sing that song really well.
Really?
Really well.
You haven't sung it for me.
I sing it in the kitchen.
Sometimes you do, yeah. I hear little blips of it.
I can sing. I can in my head. I can I can sing that song sometimes without listening to the music, and I think it still sounds good, which is crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know where I was going with that, so we'll go to the next song. Did I say song?
Yeah.
The next. How do I open your phone?
You with your thumb because it's in my phone.
Do you trust your boyfriend enough to have his
Yes.
thumbprint in your phone to get in whenever he wants?
The answer is yes to whatever.
question's not on there.
whatever. It's not, but yes. Do I trust my boyfriend enough to? Yes.
Have you ever trusted anyone as much as you've trusted me as far
Not
as a
in life,
relationship?
ever.
Same.
Nope.
What's something that you're terrible at but keep trying anyway? Can I just answer this question because I try a lot of shit: music,
He's good at me.
filmmaking, content creation.
We're learning. We're
And
learning.
any
what is
again,
what is the question? Something that you're
something
not good
you're
at, but you keep
terrible at,
trying?
but you try anyway.
So much. everything.
But what is it that you're trying that you're terrible at? Like, what is it that you try? See, I don't think that you try anything that allows you to be terrible. There's nothing that you try to do.
I think so. My ADHD brain goes into a bunch of different
You play little cozy games.
I love cozy
You play little puzzly things. You do this glass art stuff that's you just put the glass in there.
Art.
It's really hard to fuck up, right?
I love diamond art. Mm-hmm.
Exactly. So I don't think you push yourself enough. I don't think there's anything that you try that's so. This right here is probably the thing that we try the most.
Yeah, that's what's out of our
making
our
podcast
normal.
that's outside of our comfort zone that we think that we're not good at.
But I couldn't.
But
think
then
of
some
something
people
that I want
watch.
to try that's way outside of.
But I mean, anything. What do you? I mean, you don't want to try anything new because I think anything new you're going to be terrible at first until you get better at it.
That's true. I don't know.
But I have a lot of little hobbies that I think I'm terrible at. But I try.
So
but
many
I'm
little
always
hobbies.
trying to get better at them.
So many little hobbies that I do that I just forget about or get bored with, or I'm like, oh, this is way harder than I wanted it to be. So
writing is the thing that I think I'm terrible at, but I want to get better at it so bad because I want to make movies so bad. I'm trying to make a short film, and I really want to finish the script for the first. I'm trying to write a 3-part short films, and the first one I really want to film this fall and hopefully have it out by this year. That is the goal that I want. I wanted to do it last year.
Right.
But this year I want to do it. But I really need other people to hold me accountable. And I really need other people to learn lines and help me practice doing this so that I can do this.
That's probably one of those things that I will say I would love to be good at, but that scares me.
Maybe
Acting is not a
what's
thing.
something you're terrible at, but keep trying anyway because your boyfriend's making you.
I don't keep trying. I
Acting.
haven't tried it yet. Little tiny things you've had.
Well, we could do it tomorrow.
No, it's so scary and I don't like it.
See?
It makes me so nervous.
And you know what makes me nervous is that I'm gonna shoot this movie that I want to shoot, and you're gonna not want to do it when it comes down to doing it.
No, I mean I will do it
Then
because
we're gonna
you
start
want me
learning
to.
now.
So I will do it.
But if you don't want to, I need to find someone else that
No,
will.
I can do
so
it.
you do want to.
Yes.
There you go. You're not just doing it for you. You want to, or for me, you want to try because you could easily tell me no, and I could find someone else.
I mean, it's
Something you want to try because you want it to be good.
10% because I would like to just.
I'll take 10%. I'll
see
take
if I'm
fucking
capable.
5%. Okay, relationships. We'll try to get through the rest of these a little bit quicker. What's your favorite memory of us that I probably wouldn't guess? We need our whiteboards. We've only used this for like 2 episodes.
Favorite memory of us that you wouldn't guess.
That I wouldn't guess. So not only are you trying to think of a favorite memory, you're trying to think of a favorite memory that I wouldn't guess.
That's hard. Even coming up with a favorite memory, there's so many.
You don't have any favorite memories of us?
I mean, I do, but there's just so many
What's
little.
the first one that comes to mind?
For me, I think probably
Greenbrier.
Yeah.
I guessed it.
Greenbrier.
So you're not good at this question.
No, I think Greenbrier for sure because that I wasn't even going to ask you to go at first.
I know.
I was so scared to ask you because it was so outside of your comfort zone, and
Really?
I knew that. Yeah, I was like, he's not.
How
gonna
fast
wanna
did I answer when you asked me though?
I think pretty quick.
I think yeah.
But I was like, he's gonna have to get dressed up all nice and go around all these people and be all fancy smancy and that's really neither
I've
of our
done it
worlds.
for myself.
Well, yeah, but we were still very, very new. We'd only been together
Didn't
for
matter.
a month at that point.
I wanted you to like
wasn't
me. When did you first realize I was weird? What the hell, ChatGPT?
Way before we started dating.
That's not fair. What the hell, chat? What the hell? When I stuck my Darth Vader head in your meeting and scared Terry.
I don't remember that.
I thought you were the one that told me about it.
So Carrie, not Terry.
Carrie, yeah.
I mean, I vaguely remember that. Vaguely. I just remember you walking through the call center and walking past Shelly's team where I was. You always have your sunglasses on. I didn't know what your eyeballs looked like until weeks after we started
I was weird
dating.
because I was wearing sunglasses.
And you were wearing a skirt and
I never wore a skirt.
leggings.
Try again.
And you came to work in a dress with a weird mask.
That was Halloween.
It's still
People do weird stuff on Halloween.
But I didn't know.
It was a kilt, not a skirt.
It was a kilt. And now I appreciate it and I like it. Because now I know better.
What's one thing I do that drives you crazy? Why is ChatGPT is just messing with me today? You don't have to answer that. What's something I do that makes you feel loved?
No. No. That makes me feel loved. I mean, there's so many things. I think just our relationship in general, like I've never been able to trust somebody like I trust you. Like you make me feel like I can trust you because the way you treat me and you love me and you care about me and you've never given me a reason to question you. And like you're always there for me and you support me and like all those things that would be required for me to be able to trust you.
And I don't drive you crazy.
That's not true.
Next question. Dreams? No, we don't need to do this unless you can answer fast. I'm just going to read it because I don't know what it says. If money didn't exist, what would you spend your life doing?
Rescuing animals.
Bro. If money didn't exist, I mean, I don't even know. I think it changes the older I get. Like now, like I kind of like that Matt Matthews life.
Oh yeah, that could just have a little farm. That's what I'm talking about though. Is like I'd have just like a little sanctuary farm for animals where they could come be safe and live out the rest of their life.
Just want to. If money didn't exist, if I didn't have to like tend to it, if I could just live in the middle of nowhere and not have to, and just have like land, like I wouldn't even necessarily want farm, but if like animals just running around freely and stuff, look out the back door and see like cows and deer and stuff, and just I don't know, like just living in nature but still have video games. That would be like the ultimate life.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Have video games and movies and stuff.
Yeah.
And
not have to worry about all the tedious
socialism
BS stuff.
Yeah, that would be nice. What's one thing you still want to learn? I think it's goes. I mean, there's not anything. Filmmaking is what I would learn.
Yeah.
What about you?
That I still want to learn.
Anything you want to learn how to do?
I would love to learn. Like, I still very much enjoy like makeup and hair and doing that kind of stuff. And like before I became an adult and had to get a real job, I wanted to go to cosmetology school and learn that stuff. And I think that'd still be a lot of fun.
So if you could do like hairdresser for the stars or something, or
I wanted to do makeup. That was the big one. Like I loved hair, like it was fun, but I really wanted to learn how to do makeup and like go do makeup for like TV show or a movie or something like that.
Oh my god, movie makeup would be so
And then
cool,
I also
like
wanted to do sports
stuff.
photography. That was the thing I really wanted to get into as well.
Interesting. What's one place you've never been to that you need to see?
Ireland,
yeah. That's like the number one, like as soon as we have the means to travel, like that's the place we're going to. Funny, would you rather fight one horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses?
A horse?
Why are you fight? Why we gotta fight animals?
Why?
Why we gotta fight animals?
Horses. Ducks.
Why are we fighting stuff?
I don't want to.
I mean, this is the chicken thing or whatever. 100.
I feel like 100 little ones though.
Like
100 little ones.
Horse-sized chicken or something is what I think.
I don't have to take 100 little horse-sized chickens.
I think the little ones would be easier.
Yeah.
You just kick them, like keep moving. I mean, how much damage are they actually going to do? A duck, like a duck, do they even have?
Plus, it's a little horse. What are they going to do?
Have an offensive?
Kick me with their tiny little feet.
The horses? That's a good point. Oh yeah, it's duck-sized horses.
Just eat me.
Would it? They're vegetarian. Oh, they do eat bugs, but you're be a horse-sized duck. I don't think they're going to do anything.
Ow. Done.
You just have to, I mean, it's a lot of energy they're going to have to eat. I mean, the bigger the animal, the more energy they're going to use. They'll get tired.
I would love
quick.
to see a horse-sized duck try to run though, like waddle.
I don't like birds.
Giant
so that's a
waddling.
dinosaur. We're talking about dinosaurs now.
They're precious. I love them.
No. If aliens landed today and picked you as Earth's representative, how screwed are we?
Screwed. I'm not saving.
Listen,
but a few people because
how screwed are we?
Bye.
I'm not screwed. Y'all screwed.
Yep.
Y'all screwed.
I'm like, some of this place is worth saving. Most of it not. So do what you feel necessary.
Rapid fire. End with 20 quick questions. Oh, 20. We're ending. This is just a kind of and/or kind of deal. The first one I know: coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Beach or mountains?
Ooh.
That is a tough one for you.
That's really hard.
Beach or mountains?
I think, that's so hard.
Because she grew up in California, but she grew up in the mountains of California.
And I love the beach. I do. Like, the beach is so calming to me, but I do, like, being in the mountains, like, camping in the mountains with a campfire. This is quick questions.
Trees, beach or mountains?
The one for me.
Mountains area. Morning or night?
Night.
Horror or comedy?
Horror.
Even though you're not afraid of it, like you still
I
pick
still enjoy it. Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. Dogs or cats?
Dogs.
Sweet or salty?
Sweet.
Disney or Universal?
Disney.
Marvel or Star Wars?
Marvel.
Call or text?
Text. Don't call me.
Summer or fall?
Unless you're my mom, don't call me.
Summer or fall?
Fall.
Fall. And then it's like in between questions. There's more questions. One idea I think would really fit your style. What? One idea. Oh, this is just ChatGPT saying stuff like, "What's your origin story? What's your starting stats?" This is bullcrap. That was pretty fun. Now we all know Heather better.
And you better.
And me, and this was even my interview. Why am I down so far?
His name's Shabazz. My name is Heather. Or Baz. Or Bizzle Baz.
1 hour and 42 minutes. We'll go ahead and end it there. Thank you for watching.
1 hour and 42 minutes. That's not
1 hour
right.
and 42 seconds. Math is not something. That's not even math.
That's not math. That's just
me. Listen, one of my what I would wish that I could do better. See.
Me too.
Without
For
glasses.
the contacts in my eyeballs, I wouldn't be able to see anything right now.
I chose no glasses over glasses because.
But see, okay, so in last week's episode, he shaved his beard all stupid, and I said, "I'll let you know when it gets back to what I like the most." Here it is. This is it.
This is a little short though.
This is
a 5 guard. 7 guard is pretty good.
Yeah.
I just need to cover my weird ass mouth. On last week's episode, she also missed her prizes.
Yeah.
I did video it, but I never posted it or anything. But she, there was a couple of weeks ago that she went to Food City and wanted to get this like ceramic cow statue thing, but she just passed it up because money's tight right now. And I went to Food City to look for that, and I found a different one that was bigger. And I got that one, but then I also saw the one that she wanted, and I got that one too. So that was her prize for winning.
He's the best.
Winning the quiz last week, because she got both the cows. You should have brought the cows with you, but it's too late. Now, this end of the episode.
We'll just put a picture of me holding the cows here at the end, right here.
Meow.